is going on, guys? Today we are talking about an awesome accomplishment that I have succeeded this year in making it to the B.A.S.S state team to represent the state of Missouri down at Toledo Bend for the Bass Regional next spring. And I ended up second place out of 121 boats, and I was the only angler in the whole tournament to catch a limit both days. So that tells you how tough the bite was. I had 23.63, and my friend Jody, who ended up winning it, had 23.84 or 82, I believe. And so we were right there. I was 2/10 of a pound from winning it, but congrats to Jody for pulling it off. He had one heck of a bag, over 17 and a half pounds on Saturday, where I came in with a little over 12 and a quarter pounds or 12 and a half pounds on Saturday. So congrats to Jody. But we're going to talk about the key baits, what I did to pull off this accomplishment. And you know, it was a tough bite. A lot of people struggled. Just even some of the best anglers on Lake of the Ozarks struggled to catch fish, and that just tells you it's tough. Hopefully the bite gets better as the water stabilizes and slowly cools off, but it went from like 80 degrees down to 55 degrees in a hurry, and that will shut your bite off very fast. Key baits. One, we'll start off with this bad boy, an Omega football head and a ½ ounce, and Delta Craw or Copper Craw, either one, just something with a little bit of orange hue in it, and paired it up with a Rage chunk, and I dyed the claws orange. Now you might be asking, well, why orange? Well, let me tell you. The weekend before, I was out fishing with my buddy, and we ended up just going around trying to find some fish up in the gravel because the water's cleaner up there, and we were catching some fish, couple, you know, good quality keepers, a couple 2.5 pounders, and I caught a Kentucky. You know, we were kind of just moving around, throwing moving baits, stuff like that. Then I caught a Kentucky, and it was a little guy. So when I grabbed him, you know, I caught him, grabbed him like that, and when I went to take the hook out, I squeezed him just a little bit, and he coughed up a pincher. And this pincher from the crawdad was bright orange, and I looked in its mouth, and sure enough, he had a bunch of other little pinchers in there, and they were all bright orange. And what I found out was that all the crawdads, the smaller ones, were turning bright orange. So that keyed me in to throw orange on my bait. And I went out in the boat, very simplified, with only about 3 little tackle boxes. And I just narrowed it down to that, and that's what I was going to throw. I committed all or nothing in this tournament, and it luckily paid out. It could have went the wrong way, but it worked. Also, the big crawdads, the big ones that are, you know, 4 or 5 inches, those guys were kind of a peanut butter jelly. Like, they were brownish with some purple hue or bluish hue to them. So peanut butter and jelly jig or the orange color was a major factor in all of that. Then the next bait, the next key bait I used to help finish up my limits was a 1/4 ounce shaky head paired with a Zoom Magnum trick worm. And again, it's a little faded by now because I used it the whole tournament. The tail I dyed in bright orange, and of course I had to dye it a few times to get the brightness I wanted, but made a big difference because when I tried to throw it without the orange, nothing. Dyed it orange, very first cast, caught a keeper, and that just narrowed it right down to that. So Saturday morning, we decided to make the run all the way down towards the dam, fish around that area. We caught most of my fish on Saturday, caught 3 of them before 10 o'clock. And after that, the pike got really tough. It wasn't until about 12:30 that I pulled up to a spot and committed to throwing topwater the rest of the day that I caught 2 more, and my largest fish of the tournament on Saturday evening. Those 2 came on the Whopper Plopper, and I was throwing black because it was a little bit cloudy, and I believe the black color silhouettes better against the cloud cover, and the fish can see it easier. So 3 fish early, 1 on the shaky head, 2 on the jig, and that helped lead the way to the limit, with the extra 2 being caught on the Whopper Plopper around 12:30. And then that was it for the rest of the day. The bite just died off. I don't know why or what reason. It was just a tough bite. So then let's jump forward to Sunday. Sunday was a little bit different. I was an early boat number Saturday. Sunday, a little bit different. I'm one of the last boats out, and it's kind of a bummer because the bite I had found was early. If you didn't get out there and you didn't hit your spots before the sun came up about 8 o'clock, your bite was pretty much done. I mean, you were scrambling or begging for that extra bite. But luckily, we got down to my spot and we caught a bunch of little shorts, and I caught 2 on the shaky head, and then I caught 1 on the whopper plopper, and then we milled around, and tried, and we moved around a couple spots, and finally caught another one on the Omega football head jig, and then I had the 4 fish, and the whole day we grounded out trying to get that 5th fish. We pulled heading towards the takeoff, towards PB2 from the dam area. We stopped into a spot. My co-angler caught one, and I just struggled. It wasn't until 20 minutes before weigh-in we came into the glaze, and we stopped on a point, and I picked up a spinner bait, and I chucked it out there, and it was a 3/8 ounce Colorado blade, and it was white and chartreuse. And very first cast on the point, I caught the biggest fish of the day, and it was nothing to brag about. It was like 2¼ pounds, but that was the 5th fish that filled my limit, and I was able to bring 5 fish to the scale for day 2. I had a total weight of 2363, and congrats to Jody for his total of 2382. And anyways, that sums up what was going on, what the game plan was as far as the B.A.S.S State Tournament, and I can't wait to get down to Toledo Bend. It's a lake I've never been to. I'm going to try to make a couple trips down there this winter and learn the lake a little bit, and hopefully make a good showing for the regional tournament and represent Missouri the best that I can. But anyways, there's a quick summary. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I just finished up a tournament on Truman where I ended up winning from for our Eldon Bassmasters Fishing Club, and that'll be some good footage I'll have posted later on, probably early next week or maybe this weekend. You guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.